Hello, my name is Sarah and I am currently in Cambodia, so I thought I would do a little video to give you some tips if you are thinking of coming to Cambodia. Firstly, if you are a bit of a princess who is used to having their hair perfect, maybe you like to wear heels, maybe you like the finer things in life, I don't suggest you come to Cambodia. However, if you are a girl or a boy or gender neutral, whatever, if you are someone who can handle the heat, if you're someone that can handle the humidity, someone that can handle dirty places, poverty, animals in the street that may not look the best, if you can handle those things, then Cambodia is awesome. It's cheap. The people are lovely. There's some fantastic things to do. Now, where should we start? Okay, money. So it's the Cambodian Riel. Okay, a lot of people bring over their US dollars. If I were you, bring Riel. Okay, because at the end of the day, if you pay with US dollars, they're going to give you change in Riel, and it gets all confusing. Okay, so at the moment, 4,000 Riel is equal to $1 US. So for me, I'm from Australia, I brought over cash, I brought over US dollars, which actually I got exchanged, but before I came to Cambodia, I got told get Riel, so I changed the Riel, the US dollars to Riel, okay? Much easier to comprehend when you're here and you're dealing with a shit ton of notes. It's just keep it with the Riels. Now, speaking of money, you have to watch everything and everyone. Tuk-tuk drivers will sometimes say they don't have change. Tuk-tuk drivers will obviously try and get the best price, which is fair enough. These guys need the money. And so you can book a Grab app, which is like Uber. And I suggest you do that because straight up it tells you the money and you can pay in cash, or you can add your card. I would use a Grab app, but in saying that, you can catch a tuk-tuk on the street at any time. Just say the price first. You might say $1, right, which is US, so you know it's 4,000 Riel, okay? That's what we do. We say up front $1, and they either say yes or no, and you go from there. Do not offer anything under that. $1 US is $1.50 Australian. It's nothing to take you, a kilometre up the road. Most shops are very honest, will give you your change, make sure you count it. You will get hassled wherever you go over here. It's a bit like Bali and Thailand. You cannot walk into a market with about 100 people saying, lady, you want to buy? It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. You just have to say no thank you and keep walking if you're not interested. You can barter with them, but once again, these guys don't earn much money, so I wouldn't be trying to pay $2 for something that, like say if you'd pay for it back home $10, then it's pretty fair to be paying $5 or $6 in this country for something. So don't try and screw them down too much, because at the end of the day, these guys don't live like us in our fancy homes and our cars and things like that. So just think about that. In terms of travel, the best way to go is to book a tuk-tuk driver who can take you around everywhere. It's quite cheap. You pay about $15 to $18 US a day. Rather than going through Get Your Guide, you can go through Get Your Guide, but just be aware of the cost. Sometimes it's a lot cheaper just to get a tuk-tuk driver. Must do Angkor Wat, which is a temple. There's so many amazing temples over here. You can usually do 5.5 a day. That's enough, because by then you are buggered in the heat and you want to come home and do the next. Floating villages is cool. I didn't think it was amazing, but that was good. That was $20 US. What else? I'm going to do the elephants on the weekend. Now that is feeding them, washing them, not riding them. They're not in chains. I don't agree with that. This is actually quite pricey, but it's worth it. It's costing me $135 US for 2 people. But I'm doing it. I think that would be amazing. We're also going on a little moped half-day trip on Saturday. That's $30 per person US. To me, that's cheap. It's about looking around, do Google searches and look for tours. Don't just go and get your guide and things like that. What else would I say in terms of Cambodia? I don't know if Cambodia does, you cannot flush toilet paper down the toilet. So you need to get used to using a bidet. A bidet is the little water hose thing to wash yourself, because toilet paper cannot go down the toilet. It needs to go into a bin. So without getting too gross, the less toilet paper you use, the better. And if you use toilet paper, it needs to go in the bin. So like I said, you can't be a princess. I'm currently staying in a volunteer hostel with no aircon, so that's probably why I'm looking all sweaty. But I have the fans going, and you know what? You just get used to it. You just got to tough it up, tough it up, tough it out, suck it up, basically. The food's been amazing. You will see in the markets they've got meat just laying out in the heat. But obviously the Cambodians are fine. I haven't eaten too much off the street. We have a lovely lady here that cooks us our food. So I've been eating that, or you can eat out at a restaurant or whatever. Pub Street is very popular in Siem Reap. That's where I am, Siem Reap. Pub Street, yeah, so that's where, it's very touristy. And let's just say it'll cost you $1 US or $2 US for a can of Coke. For some reason, Coke Zero and Diet Coke are really hard to find over here, which sucks because that's my drink of choice. So a meal, you could pay like $7.50 US for a pizza. And even though I'm saying US dollars, at the end of the day, it comes down to real. So just times it by 4,000, whatever the US dollar is. Yeah, I think that's about it really. Talked about the money, the food, water situation. Clearly you need to buy your water or have filtered water. I've had ice from pubs and little street drinking things, and I haven't been sick yet. There was one morning I had a sore tummy, but I don't know actually what that was from. But yeah, the ice is fine. I brush my teeth with the water, that's fine. Obviously I don't swallow the water, but brushing my teeth has been fine with that. Yes, obviously you need to get a SIM card. I can't remember how much I paid for that, but it wasn't much. You can get your hair washed for around $3 US. I got mine washed today. Does a good wash. Actually, she braided it as well for an extra $3 US. That was $6. Yeah. People will try and get the better of you if you're not careful. You just got to be on the ball. Watch your bag, have it over your shoulder. Don't be flashing your gold around. Like, I didn't bring my nice sunnies. I didn't bring my gold watch. And I'm not saying that to show off. I'm just saying to you, don't bring things that make you look like you could have money, because they might try and take it. In saying that, I've had nothing but good experiences with all the Cambodian people, but I am funny about my money. I'll wear a little bum bag with my money, or a bag very close and I'm holding on to it. There are certain scams going around where a guy will ask for help, or excuse me, do not engage, just say no, sorry, and keep walking. You just got to be on the ball all the time. And yeah, they will, every tuk-tuk driver needs work, so they'll be calling out all the time, doing a tuk-tuk. You just got to say no thank you, no thank you. There is a dog meat trade over here. Thank God I haven't seen anything like that, but my host here, who's Cambodian, told me all about it. They will steal dogs off the street. Luckily I haven't seen that with my own eyes, because that would make me very sad. In terms of the animals, I'm working with animals at the moment, voluntary, but I haven't seen anything that's made me really upset because I can't stand cruelty to animals. Luckily, I haven't seen any of that, except for the guy next door has roosters in a big round cage, and apparently they're used for cockfighting. Don't agree with it, but I haven't seen it, thank God. And what do? This is their country, this is their culture. You know, we don't agree with it, but thank God it's not happening in front of my eyes. Yeah, you know, I think that's about it really. Just get your money in reels. You know, watch everything. Try and keep small amounts of money. Don't carry all your money. Either put it in a safe, lock it up, whatever you do. Yeah, I think that's about it really. Oh, and it's so cheap. It's really cheap. Like, I'm going to a hotel tomorrow and it's going to cost me $22 US. So in Aussie, that is another 10, so $30 Australian for a 4-star hotel overnight. So that's how I'm going to finish my holiday in style after this volunteer working holiday that I'm doing. But yeah, guys, if do it, go to Cambodia. If you're obviously watching this, you're thinking of going to Cambodia, definitely go. The people need the money and it's a great experience. And as long as you're resilient and up for a challenge and open, you'll be fine, and you'll be fine. And you know, don't try and screw the people down to, you know, nothing. Pay what you think is reasonable, and that's about it. So if I was a woman on my own over here, and there are a couple of young ladies here actually doing this voluntary stuff that on their own, they're amazing. If you've got balls, absolutely do it on your own. You just need to have that confidence. I don't know if I could do it. I've got my son here. He's 15. He's out at the moment with the other volunteers. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that's helped somewhat. Oh, also massages. You can get massages for $3, $4, $5, $6. It's cheap. It really is cheap. This coming to Cambodia is super cheap. The most money you would spend would be on the flight to get here. Everything else is cheap as chips. So anyway, guys, I hope that's helpful. Okay, bye.